Can you explain James 2:14 through 16, but Romans, Paul says faith is based on faith alone and not works. I might be misinterpreting, but I'm confused. Yeah, the confusion is that you said faith twice. That should be evidence that you've got something a little off there. And that's the point of James's passage. What you're saying is salvation is by faith alone, and yes, James would agree with that. But you said faith, which means you're misinterpreting what James said. Let's read it. What good is it, my brothers, if someone says he has faith but does not have works? Notice he said faith, he didn't say salvation, and that's where you're getting confused. Can that faith save him? See, he's talking about faith and salvation as two different things. So that's been established. Let's keep going. If a brother or a sister is poorly clothed, lacking in daily food, one of you says to them, "Go in peace, be warmed and filled," without giving them the things needed for the body, what good is that? So also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. Right. Okay? So your faith is a living faith if you're doing good works, and if it's not, it's a dead faith. Okay. But again, he's not saying the faith is salvation. He's asking whether or not it can lead to salvation. Let's keep going. But someone will say to you, "You have faith and I have works. Show me your faith apart from your works, and I will show you my faith by my works." He's talking about evidence. He's saying, I have a saving faith if I'm doing good works. Not that the good works make it alive, but it's evident that it is alive. Because I'm doing them, I'll be compelled to do them. You believe that God is one? You do well. Even the demons believe and shudder. Do you want to be shown, you foolish person, that faith apart from works is useless? Useless. That's the idea. Useless. Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he offered up his son Isaac on the altar? And you might say, well, see, they're right there. No, keep reading. You see that faith was active along with his works. Faith was completed by his works. And the scripture was fulfilled that says, Abraham believed God, and it was accounted to him as righteousness, and he was called a friend of God. You see that a person is justified by works, not by faith alone. So the idea here is you are proven to have that living faith when you do good works, because you're not going to want to do them if your faith isn't alive. Now, there are people who want to do works, but they're not doing good works. They always have a selfish motivation if they aren't truly saved. He's battling people who just want to say, yeah, I believe in Jesus, now can I go to heaven? They don't want to do anything for the kingdom. But the doing is evident that you have that living faith because you want to do it for the Lord. So when you combine this with what Jesus said in Matthew at the Sermon on the Mount, where he said, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, do your good works in secret, then you have the full picture. Your full picture is you're going to do good works for the Lord because you have a living faith, but you don't need to be celebrated for it.